My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Adrian, and welcome back to Middle-earth as we continue on as the Reunited Kingdom. We are fighting Khand finally here in Osterthir, which we shall claim for ourselves, and then our army led by Boromir can either jump south and help Faramir, or move north and combine with the army there to push Rune back. The army we are facing is all cavalry. 5 units of cavalry archers in the army itself, and then not including the general, taking it up to 6 if we do. Batu is also, of course, jumping out of the city, and he is all but 1 unit of all cavalry. So this is the most anti-cavalry based army we need to prepare. Obviously, there is not an introduction to this video, but I will do an introduction to the first Reunited Kingdom video next week, which will touch upon the glory of the previous episode with the arrival of the elves. And them coming to actually help us. I'm still not over that, really. It's the most amazing thing that has happened in the entirety of my Medieval 2 playing career. The elves coming to our aid. So we have to write about it. But I didn't have enough time between then and now, what we're doing, the Humankind video as well, which I would encourage you to watch if you haven't, because it is not me playing Humankind. It is me explaining what Humankind is, in case you don't know. So if you haven't seen it, then I would encourage you to watch it, because I enjoyed making it, and I'd just like to hear your thoughts on it, to be honest. Right, so we need to defend against Khand. They're coming at us with 2 armies. We are facing so much cavalry that in order to nullify that, I am going to withdraw to the edge of the map here and use the tried and tested scummy defensive box strategy. So we've got a fair few ranged units, so we can put them together. In the centre of the hill here. We're not going directly to the corner. We're not doing the actual corner camping strategy. I think that would be a bit too cheesy. Let's put all of those into shield wall formation so that they get into position now. Boromir is going to have to stand at the back. We don't actually have enough to cover. But if you go there... Can you shield wall? No, you can't. Disappointing. Very disappointing. We just need to make sure that they can't properly get a flank on us. But obviously cavalry charging headlong into infantry units anyway is not ideal. So all of these infantry units are probably going to suffer. And we might need to tighten the box up, actually. I think we will. So you can go there. We can, if we can make the archers fill a gap that is 3 wide, then I think we should be okay. So if you then, like that, and then go there. And then the last one can then cover the corner, like that. Right, and then archers, squeeze yourselves in a bit more. Boromir standing at the back. There we are. Right, so obviously there are some gaps, but the cavalry shouldn't punch through. And then we'll play around with it when they're actually all in position. Speaking of cavalry, of course, we've got a lot of our own today, so we can make use of that. Well, let's just get them into position for now, see how we're all going to fit. Remember, most of the enemy army is cavalry archers, so we need to... They're not actually going to charge at us. Our archers are going to win us the day here, ideally. Oh, did I not move you with the hordes of cavalry that we have? Apparently not. And then the Gondor infantry aren't in position there now either. Right, so let's move this line a little bit further forward then. March! We will go 4 wide then, that's not a problem. And then you can link up with them. Stand strong, Rangers. Stand your ground. You guys can cover them over there. It doesn't look like they're coming around on that left-hand side, so you could go like that, and then that covers that box. Anyone who's not yet in position, please run to your positions. Let's get you out of there. And here they are. Our archers firing back. We can't push out on them. I know what you're all thinking. You're all thinking, just move the army out, Galu. Move it now. But it won't do anything. They'll all be on skirmish mode, so any attempts to break out and hit them, there are so many of them. Oh dear. Right, cavalry, you are going to have to go out and shut down these cavalry archers. There's just simply no other way. We're going to lose to the amount of arrow fire that they can rain down on us.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
So, take you out of group. Tell you all to target over here. Because all of you are going to charge in. Right, we caught most of them. Many of them have come back. The AI is not as good as at the running away strategy. Oh no, we caught a lot of them. That's very nice. Oh yeah, we've killed loads of them. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Their support's charging down the hill to help, though. Now, of course, well, I imagine we will win this. I have no doubt for a second that we'll win this, but we might take more losses than is necessary. And it depends on how many of these cavalry companies we can kill before... Oh, look, they're just charging their archers in. They're just giving up.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Nobles coming down, cataract archers. Wind riders are going to charge in. Not surprised at that. They might die. In fact, they are already dead. It's interesting that they have actually just stopped being cavalry archers. So obviously the wind riders have canned, you would expect. Oh, that was a good little punch. Shame about the archer militia there, but the archers will have them. Let's target the Variag nobles and cataphracts because they're not in horde mode.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Go those out there to support. Most of our melee units have fared okay. Spear units have barely taken a hit. Oh, marauders into a shield wall. That's the kind of stuff we live for. All of that pent-up aggression that we have over the peasant scouts, we're now about to unleash tenfold on the marauders because they've just charged into a spear-walled spearman unit. There is nothing they're going to do to survive there. We did lose the men of Dol Amroth, as expected. But we have managed to get some of our infantry in, and that's what we wanted to do. Tie them down with infantry. Oh, there you go. Look, go and deal with those Variag swordmen. What's that chasing us around over there? Variag lancers. You can come out of defensive mode, sorry, actually. Similarly, once... The spear wall doesn't give them any defensive or aggressive bonuses. It only gives them a mass bonus, which means they're more resistant to charging enemies. But that is all it does. It doesn't give you an attack or defense bonus, just a mass bonus. So once your two lines actually meet, there's no need to stay in shield wall formation. You're not improving your chances of victory by staying in shield wall. And most of the time, it's better to come out of it so that your units can then start surrounding the enemy, blobbing around them rather than sticking in one place.
They have lost half their men.
Now, we have lost a lot of cavalry, but we are up against a cavalry civ. We are always going to lose cavalry to them because they're better at cavalry than we are. But those Variag lancers aren't enjoying it. Oh, no, indeed, they're running. They're so not enjoying it. Now, we must be getting to the point now where we can... get routing across the board, or get the generals killed at least. Let's start surrounding them. Variag horse archers, even on the charge, they haven't got it anymore. They're not made of the right stuff any longer. Some of our archers are still going though, which is nice to see. And we've got a few cavalry units still alive, but we have taken a cavalry beating. It has to be said. Obviously, they'll have enough arrows to probably fight on forever.
The enemy general lies dead.
Because everyone that died just gives his arrows to one of his compatriots. So cavalry archers last forever with arrows if you kill them.
The field. Pursue and run them down.
Right, so what still
the
fights
enemy general
then?
Flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his arm.
No, we won't be able to catch him, will we? But we can't end yet because something still fights. Warlords, cataphract archers.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory hold
there
how our
we go.
Cowardly foe runs.
How many have we got?
It's time
93.
To be awed by the victory we have won here today.
100 kills. Gondor spearmen taking by far the top spot. Almost double almost anyone else, even the archers. There's a problem with Canned. Canned are actually... That's why playing as Canned is quite simple. They have such a good army composition for this type of game. Cavalry archers in Med 2 are so powerful. And back that up with dependable normal cavalry as well. And there are really very few AI nations who can actually stand against you. Because your cavalry archers will deal with any anti-cavalry units in the enemy's line. And then your cavalry will then mop up what's left.
No! Glory! Honor! Victory!
I assume this place is very not Gondorian.
Honor have conquered.
So it's going to have to be massacring across the board, I'm afraid. Did I just build that in Osterthiel? Don't think so. All right, Nomad Gathering Grounds doesn't do anything for us. Get rid of that. We can use the rest, though. Oh, we can get a hunting camp. Woodland Hunters. Oh, welcome. Yeah, I'll take some Woodland Hunters. Now we're swapping to city defense mode. Oh, Cand is throwing what they can at us down in Haldanur. Can you... How many of you can get down there? You guys can. Join the cavalry army.
Assembling a mighty host.
Now, Pinnithgellen, Herluin,
Yes,
sorry.
my lord.
Herluin is there to defend you. That is a huge army of Cand. That is really going to test
Your
us.
orders, my lord.
I'm going to leave behind 2 spear units and 1 of the archer militia.
We shall continue tomorrow.
Yes, my
Do
lord.
what we can to move around. Now, we can't stop the siege. How have you not taken more losses? You're
Your
so...
orders, my lord.
To
You might as well get involved.
Yes, my lord.
I imagine they'll attack us on
Making
the end
camp
turn.
here.
The Ivory Tower's defences are up. Kair Andros' garrison's ready. That's because we've got to hit Edgu as well.
My lord. Yes.
You guys can get... You might be involved then when they attack, actually. Hopefully. Our plan, of course, there is to move out into the Dagorlad.
Your will, my lord. Orders.
But with another turn ended, our forces can combine.
My lord.
And we are
As
going
you
to
wish.
do that.
Orders. Yes. My lord. By your command. Your will, my lord. Yes. My lord. By your
Right,
command.
that's all of our forces
We'll
then.
make camp
Oh, we're starting making money again. That's good. Right, so in case you remember, and I know, Wolferson, you really don't want me to sell these regions, if indeed you are still watching even now, but these 2 going to Rohan, I think, will just help us from a defensive point of view. We're not going to have to try and defend out like a tree, and instead we only have 2 paths that we have to take, rather than 5. 2. Because otherwise, if we hold on to these, and then we take Balaurn again, which we want to do to make this our central focus, they can hit us in Balaurn, they can come through the gap, they can come at Goond, they can come at Derwath, they can come at all of them. Whereas if I can give them to Rohan, it will incite Rohan more to go to war with them, which is what we want. It will mean that we don't have to defend them. Rohan are not yet at war with Enid Wythe, but they will be. And that's when we pounce. That's when our glorious forces can arise. Speaking of arising, absolutely excellent work up here, of course. Now is the time.
Speak to
We're going to send everyone back to Fenris Druinen
We can't get
Druinen
there. Orders.
and retrain
As
them
you
all.
wish, my lord. By your command.
Now that this
We can
land
go
is no
no
longer our
further
own, so
today.
it's Western Peaks and the... Oh, Dwarves at Khazad-dûm, are you allied to the High Elves? No, you're not. That's risky. That's risky.
Your orders, my lord.
But Gandalf's there as well.
Concealing
And it's
truths,
building a
my
city, and oh, it's just all lovely. Someone did mention last time, by the way, no, that Bree might own Fornost, but no, they don't. We still own Fornost. Angmar owns Fornost. They have done for a long time now, actually. So that's not ours. Oh, look, we are building Theragondas up to a stronghold. Let's hope they don't attack there. I'm thinking what we should... I want to move out straight away to capitalise and retake Balaurn while the army's stuck inside it, because that's just good planning. But
Your will,
really,
my
we need the army to come
Yes.
back. And do we have a second
By your
general here?
command. As you wish.
No, we've only got
Joining my
one
lord.
general.
Orders.
Oh, dear.
Your will, my lord.
Oh dear, oh dear. But we would need to keep the governors. We want to keep the governors. Brannion, what's
Yes,
it
my
like
lord.
without you? Oh no, you're a terrible governor. Right, Brannion, you can come out.
Honor. We can, my lord.
Well, you were keeping the population up, but that was all. Something that I've seen as well. I'm buoyed by the comments that I've so far seen in relation to the Dundon video where the peasant scouts have just been slapping me silly. But something that I did see, which did make me sort of roll my eyes and chuckle in dismay at the same time, is a few people suggesting that I should lower the tax rate in all of my towns because it promotes growth in the long run. Sorry, excuse me. And I just found myself almost banging my head against the wall with comments like that. It's like, guys.
Your will, my lord.
I always lower the tax rates
By your
in
command.
all of the towns. And I use forts as much as I am able to use forts. But the problem with forts is that whilst, yes, they're useful in a position like this where we're building up our army, or if we were gathering troops over here to just wait to move out, then yeah, we'd put them in forts. That makes perfect sense. But in places like here, this is really risky leaving these units in the fort because they are not as useful coming in as reinforcements as they would be if they were in the garrison. So you've always got to be cautious with forts. Aha, we can hit Harad. Yes, this is what I'd rather do than hit Edgu. And we cannot let them take Methrast. Warlord Musab. Warlord Musab has a lot of cavalry. Cavalry. But we've got 4 pike units. And of his hard cavalry army. Only 3 are archers. So as long as we just keep the pikes as the focus, then we're alright. No, corridor, I will use corridor. What a name. What a name. Corridor is a word in common parlance in Middle-earth. So calling him... I know it's Corridor, really, but if I was Corridor's schoolmate, I'd be calling him Corridor. I'd be calling him it with affection. I wouldn't be bullying him. But he might see it as bullying, I suppose. In which case, maybe I'd stop. But if I met him and someone said, this is Corridor, as I then got to know him, I would call him Corridor, without a shadow of a doubt. Read into that about my personality as you will. Right, so we are attacking them, but they do have the cavalry archers, and I doubt they will just sit back. And our pikes getting caught on the push is not good. So what we'll do is assume that they might not sit back and build our defense on the basis that they are going to charge at us. So, pike lines, nice and wide. Cavalry does not charge into pikes well. So it doesn't matter how thin or otherwise the line is. They will do wonders. This is as good as anywhere, I suppose, to mount our defense. Archers are prepared as well. And then we've even got guardsmen as well. Oh, we have such an anti-cavalry army. This is brilliant. God, your militia! Come on, you know you want to attack me. You know you do. I can see it on your little faces. Come on. Yes. You've made the right choice today, boys. They are shooting at us. Pikes, unlike shield wall spearmen, don't have shields, so they will not like being attacked as much. They're moving their own pikes in. Archers, you need to target their archers, guys. That's fairly self-evident. I'm going to run you out, which isn't a gamble. It's not a gamble. You will get attacked by their cavalry by running you out, but those pike units are not going to like being charged in the back by Haven Guard. Well, it didn't matter because they did that.
If we continue like this,
Go
we will
for
smash the enemy.
Pikemen. Right, so the camels charged our Haven Guard, which isn't ideal, but Haven Guard are elite enough that it doesn't really matter. Camel riders in there. We haven't really seen any camels, have we? There they are. Looking like camels.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Serpent Guard caught there. Pikes going out. I don't really care how many of our army dies. We're too far away to really be useful for anywhere else on the map. So this army's sole purpose is to defeat Warlord Musab. And then ideally I'd move the survivors west. But they're so far away from Enedwaith that by the time they get there, they're going to be next to no use. Oh, our pike line fell. Oh, Black Snake Guard. Why are you the one still alive? Of course you're the one still bloody alive, aren't you? How are you doing against those? I mean, they've lost 74% of their army, and yet they are still... The cavalry archers just giving it. For days. Cavalry archers for days. Yeah, pikes, there you go. Get in there.
Our men have slain
Yes,
the
there
enemy
we
general.
go.
Without him, his troops will lose their will to
Routing. There we go, it's over. Something's still fighting, but it's over. Serpent
Behold
archers.
how our cowardly foe. This is
703. We lost 151 Emeranthian pikemen. Well done. Well done. Well done. That was their only purpose, so I'm more than happy with that. I don't care how many men we lost. In many ways, this army is either going to go back to sitting in forts, sitting in towns. We will just distribute it back amongst our garrison to make some more money again. It's far too far away from Enedwaith to make any use over there. It's ragtag now. And the unit type, the composition of the army, is better served sitting at home defending our lands. In case Harad get any ideas.
A wise and fair choice to be. Victory in your name, my lord. I will not waste words on you.
Got 700 gold coins and they got kicked all the way back over there.
Your will, my lord.
I'll take that. Right, Methras, how many troops can you take? Free upkeep 2. Library, not the right building. Meeting hall, free upkeep 2. So you can take 2 units. Let's take a couple of pikes.
As you wish.
There we go, that's the free from there. Dol Amroth, you can take 2 as well, and 2 as well. And you've currently only got 1 fellow, so take the Haven Guard and the pikes.
Yes.
Then 4 of you go into that fort, and you 3 go into that fort. And then there we go, everyone's free upkeep again.
We can go no further today.
Back up to making 5,000, that would be the loss of Boromir's forces, won't it? Right, and then we have Edgu. Edgu isn't currently sieging us, but I feel like we should pounce while we have the opportunity to pounce. Can you retrain them? Oh, yes, you can. Yes. We don't really need more troops over here, but I suppose we should prepare over here as well on the off chance that our forces lose in the climactic battle of Haldunur. Oh, we get Citadel Guard. I would take some very elites from you if I can. Can you also give me something more useful? Oh, Master Carpenters wouldn't go amiss.
Your will, my lord.
Oh, I really don't want to end the turn because I'm just so fearful of what's going to happen here. But equally, I would like this now to wrap up. Oh, I should say today will be slightly shorter because I've got to go. So you won't get 40 minutes today. This whole episode's just been a dud. 10 minutes taken off of it, and you didn't get the intro you were expecting. I feel like we should attack Edgu, and then that'll round it out quite nicely. And then he's killed. These can all combine in one and start walking up there. I just feel like that's the play. That we're going to have to attack him at some point anyway. So let's just bloody well do it now. Do we go all in? Throw in our faction leader just to win in style?
Your corpse will be thrown to the dogs.
What do you have? Yeah, what the... Oh, look, Arthur 9 Knights. Oh, yes, please. Why do we have so much money available? No, we'll hit with Hurin the Fearless then. Oh, that can finally train things as well. The Ivory Tower's coming to help us. Oh, let's just bloody rename it. I don't want to call it this, but I keep calling it anyway, so we might as well. But I'm not happy with that name. I want it to be known. I'm not happy with that name. Right, Hurin of the Keys.
Your will, my lord.
Let's kill us some rune men. Edgu. Edgu has some Loke Flagrim and some Loke Gamprim, but otherwise it is all just garbage. Absolute bloody garbage. And we've got an elite army coming in behind him. There is unfortunately no way we are going to lose this battle. But let us try and get the best result that we can achieve. And then whatever happens, I will probably call it after this battle, unless it's 2 minutes long, but I doubt that very much. So I apologise for the shorter length. I'm going to Exeter to play Warhammer 40,000 with my friends. I believe I'm being given a surrogate army of possibly Necrons. I'm unsure as yet, but my friend is very graciously letting me control one of his spare armies. Right, so we need to attack them, but again, let's suppose that they might come for us first and try and get this side hill. Oh, that is buggy. Oh, no. Oh, bugger. Our reinforcements are right there. Our reinforcements are very elite, though, actually, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I'd be interested to see what they're going to do. I think they'll panic. The AI loves a panic, so I think what they'll probably do is come and try and kill these before our forces can support them. So let's take you three, the most defensive of you, and stand in a line like that. Get the Citadel Guard behind, and those two on that side come on that flank. Right, and then our primary army can bear down on them from the hill here. Yeah, no, they're not panicking. They are not panicking, and in many ways they are absolutely... They're helping us wonderfully. Citadel Guard looking very nice indeed. Guards of Osgiliath, one of the finer pike units in the game, if you just want to have a quick look at them. A 9 attack and a 25 defense versus the Mountain Guard's 8 attack and 22. They are so powerful, but they are really, really rare, so that's how they get their kicks off. Right, elite units from over here. You guys. Just charge into them. Just charge into them. Don't be faffing around. More defensive units from over here. You guys. Come and stand over there. And you're from over there. You and you and you are from the far side. Have we got units routing already? Is that what I'm seeing there? Run up that hill. Where are you going?
Like
oh yeah,
this,
you're coming down to
we
hit them on the
will
flank,
smash
aren't you?
the enemy.
Perfect. They're hitting there. You're going to charge in behind them. So we've got our most elites on this side attacking. And the Osgiliath veterans on the other side are attacking as well. So that they've got two sides to think about. Ah, bugger, they got attacked in the flank. What is it? Just shoot arrows if you got arrows. I mean, I'm fine with you just doing it now. Just do it now. Do it now. Do it now. End my misery. Baron Raiders are going to shoot arrows at us. Baron Hunters are going to do the same, but the 3 units behind aren't. So we got this army over here. Oh, hello. We got this army over here, which we can just kill freely because the AI is stupid and has thrown it in. And then why don't you guys just go and charge a cavalry unit? There's hardly any of you. Save those Wardens of the White Tower. Oh, there's the general. Gondor Militia. How you doing on the other side? Did they bother attacking you yet? Nope, they're just firing arrows at us. Well, let's walk towards them. Give them something to think about. I need someone to hit that side. You don't really have any targets, actually, do you, where you are? Come down there like that. That'll be fine. Oh, there we go. We're getting some victory there. We're getting some routing. Even with the general being that close, they're still routing. You guys just walk up this hill. You are going to walk into them. You are going to walk into them, and you are going to walk into them. And you're the same on them. Oh no. Well, that's just bizarre. That's just absolutely mental. Why? You're supposed to be on skirmish mode, you bastards. Right, no one on defensive anymore. We are smashing their general and they do not know what to do about it. Let's get someone to flank around him. Yeah, more routing. If only we had a general. Which is absolutely
lost half their men.
Just going wonderfully. The split force has just... The AI has just not known what to do about the divided force that we had. And they've done the worst possible thing they could do, which is just send in troops one at a time to die. Stand your ground. 90 of you. No, don't stand your ground, actually, because they're not coming for you. Oh, it's alright. Whoever they are going for, they've wasted their charge. So keep kelling around there. You guys have won there as well. Let's kell you around. Let's kill the general then.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is.
Someone catch him.
Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
How are we doing over here with these fellows?
We've captured the
You're not being
enemy's
flanked.
general. That'll teach the cowardly dog to turn. Behold how our cowardly foe runs.
Capture as many as we can before it ends.
Press the attack.
87%. That's not good enough. I'd like to get those Dragon Guard, but I don't think we're going to be able to. Oh, well done, Archer Militia. Yes, get in there. Stop stopping. Stop stopping. What is your problem? Why do you hate controls and commands so much? There you go. Just start killing them. There we go. Now you've got it. 56, 50 odd. Drop, 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 drop. 92. That'll do you. I'm not going to watch us try and...
Awed by the victory we have won here today.
250 kills. Dunedain Armsmen. Well done. The Dunedain Armsmen are the these ones with the sword and shield, aren't they? Oh, that's excellent. Right, so we're going to combine that army now, and it's all going to run north, and we're going to hit Dagolad. Rune might come from behind us, is the only problem, of course, because they still have that large army in Urk-Estolad. And if they sniff weakness in the surrounding settlements, they will pounce on it. But for now, that will we'll worry about that in the future. The army they have in Urk-Estolad is not useful to them.
No.
I would like 4,000, but I'd rather see your army killed, so I'm going to do that instead. Right, the only thing we're missing is a general. Oh, you're our factionaire.
Your orders,
That's
my
interesting.
lord.
Because I don't want to take Hurin out of Minas Ithil, really, if I can help it.
Your will, my lord. As you wish.
So, it's not a great army. They could do with some revamping. Oh, well, most people can't move anywhere anyway. Alright, we'll leave you there for a turn. If you can, retrain. Retrain what you can. Oh, you've got an awful... Try and get a moot hall up in here, yes, please. They'll at least be retrained. So will the archers. They're going to train a couple more archers to support. Archers are alright. I don't mind trash archers. That's fine. But we need a general. We do need a general. Someone needs to lead this grand armée. I suppose Hurin's probably the only real...
Yes, my lord.
So with Hurin in there, the city at the moment is growing by 2.5%. It tells you there. 2.5% and income 621. If Hurin steps
Your orders,
outside,
my lord.
it drops by 500 gold coins and 1% population
Yes, my
growth.
lord.
Oh, no, that's way too good. What about Belathir?
Your orders, my lord.
Yeah, that's all right. 300 gold coins in East Northgate. That's all right. We'll find someone else. Yeah,
Yes,
Belathir,
my
you
lord.
can be the governor then. You can be the commander.
Honor. There is no glory in hiding.
Because if this all comes off, Eastern Osgiliath will no longer be on the front line. Neither will Caerandros. So Turlin's
orders,
also a
my
candidate. Oh, he makes more money. No, you can stay in Caerandros. Right, that's good. So now we have the dreaded end
Yes,
turn,
my
which I'm not going to do now. So, as I say, I'm going to end there. Apologies, it's a little shorter than normal. You lost about 10 minutes or so, but I've got to go. So, but the first Reunited Kingdom episode of next week we'll have a little intro. I've already thought of how I'm going to start writing that. I just can't let that event pass without an intro. So, look forward to that. I hope you will. Please, if you are still watching and you haven't checked it out, do go and have a look at the Humankind video. I implore you. I beg you. I'm on my knees. Because it isn't gameplay, it's just me talking about what the game is. So go and have your thoughts on that. Otherwise, I'll see you all next week with the next Dunland episode. And until then, Navair Naden Perimad Melunin, and farewell.